Good morning, all. Happy Thanksgiving to one and all. I hope everybody's ready for a happy Thanksgiving with your families and your loved ones. I got Tom cooking in here. Look at this. Oh, look at him. Doesn't he look so nice? That is the way we slow roast a turkey. He's all stuffed and roasted, and we are ready for the party. We got our ambrosia salad. Let's get this. There we go. We got our ambrosia salad. We got our pumpkin pie way in the back behind hubby's Budweiser there. We got our deviled eggs and our cranberry sauce and our sweet potato pudding pie. And we got our 7-layer salad and our carrot salad. We have way too much food for 3 people. Who am I feeding with all this food? We're going to have leftovers for 6 weeks. Anyway, so my Thanksgiving message to one and all is this. May God bless you and your families, and may you enjoy this warm, lovely holiday with your loved ones. I know we got some crazy snowstorms coming up back to back. I'm watching my GM weather this morning, and yeah, we're going to get hit with a major snowstorm, I think. And I can't wait. I love the snow. As long as I don't have to go anywhere, absolutely love the snow. Anyway, I think that's what we need anyway, to calm stuff down. What is going on in this world? 2 National Guardsmen yesterday. The tragic events that happened. My heartfelt sympathies and my prayers and good thoughts go out to those guardsmen who are, I believe, the last report I had where they were fighting. They were fighting. So they're in critical, but they're fighting. So God watch over them, please. That's my earnest prayer. And to this is never okay. This is never okay. I refuse to give any knowledge to the evilness that did this the day before a national holiday. It should never happen, especially during the holiday seasons, but it should never, ever happen. This is not the answer, people. We got to come together as a country. That's what Thanksgiving and Christmas and all these holidays really are about, is coming together to show your love and your support for one another and your kindness to one another. So can we do that instead? Okay? Let's be merry and let's be thankful for the good in our lives and share that goodness with others. Because it only takes one act of random kindness to change the world. One act of random kindness to make it all better. I hope all my friends out there, my subscribers, and everybody throughout the world has a wonderful and joyous Thanksgiving with their loved ones. And to the families of the guardsmen that are fighting, may God watch over you. And I will be praying. And we all love you. There's been a lot of craziness that's been going on in our world. A lot of craziness. I mean, we had a serviceman, the past service people, get congressmen, leaders, senators, Democratic, who stood up. You all know who the seditious 6, they're calling them, or whatever. What they did was, in fact, the very definition of treason. Because in our military, you follow orders or people lose. You see what I'm saying? They don't have time to question orders. They are not allowed to question orders. And you Captain Kelly should know that. Shame on all of you for doing that. And you ought to be pulled back to active duty just so you can be court-martialed, stripped of every military honor you have, and left as a disgrace because you do not ever do that. Shame on you. That is the only ill will message I have this morning, simply because our military, what people don't get is you're taught in boot camp. Do you know what boot camp is? They take every ounce of you out. You're done. They strip you of your identity and give you a new identity as a soldier. You do not think. You're not paid to think. You're not allowed to think. You do. You follow orders. And Captain Kelly should have known that. They all should know that, especially if they've had prior military service. You see my point? It's not nice. They're trying to put seeds of doubt and distension in our own military, and that cannot stand. You're talking hundreds of years of tradition. That cannot stand. General George Washington would turn his back on y'all for doing that. Look at what he used to say about people who were traitors, basically. Look what he thought of traitors to the nations, to the nation. You see my point? Now, the other 5, I don't know their military background or anything like that, but I know Captain Kelly should have known better because he made it to the rank of captain. The other ones, I'm not sure. All I do know, though, it cannot stand. We cannot allow that to stand. Because our soldiers are not allowed to think. They're not human any longer. When they take that oath, they're no longer people. They're no longer your sons. They're no longer your daughters. Well, they are, but you know what I'm saying. They're soldiers. They are lean, mean, protecting machines. They are not to think for themselves. They are to think as a unit. They think as a team. They think as one group with all the same mission. Complete the orders. We can't stand anything else. That's how our sovereignty stays safe. That's how this nation stays safe. Shame on all 6 of you for doing that. You ought to be recalled to your active post and court-martialed. And if found guilty, stripped of all military honors. That being said, happy Thanksgiving to all, and God bless. May God love you. And I know that last bit was a little harsh. I get it. I'm sorry, but it had to be said because we cannot have hundreds of years of tradition being crapped on because they're fifis? Their feelings? No. I don't care. The American people don't care about your feelings when it comes to that. We're talking tradition. They follow orders or people die. It's that simple. And every soldier is taught that. And every single veteran is coming out against you guys for saying such treasonous things. Shame on you. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and back to my chores of cooking. We got Tom Turkey roasting slowly over. Ooh, hot. Don't do that. And I gotta get to cleaning up the mess I made this morning with this morning's activities of cooking. But, everything's cooking now, so now I get to relax for a little bit before I gotta check on everything. We got Tom should be done about 2:30, maybe 3, because he was a little frosty still this morning. It's been so cold that for some reason he didn't thaw out, and I took him out 5 days ago. He is awful big, though. He is an 18-pounder. Oh, I can't wait. 18 pounds of young meat. Anyway, then, of course, we got the sweet potato pie. I was going to do mashed potatoes, but I think that's too much, honestly. I've got sweet potato pie pudding, which is basically sweet potato pie. Then we got our deviled eggs, 7-layer salad, turkey, stuffing. I don't see the need for carrot salad, ambrosia salad, pumpkin pie. I really don't see the need for mashed potatoes on top of all that. Yeah, I'm only cooking for 3 of us, so I may take a plate up to our neighbor because I know he probably doesn't have anybody to cook for him, so I'm going to take a plate up to him probably. But other than that, that's what we're doing today. We're chilling at home. My hubby's watching his football games, of course, and I'm watching the parade. Well, I was taking a little break from the parade, actually, but I'm going to get back to it here shortly. I had to get the weather, though, because we got back to... My husband doesn't think it's going to snow like that. I think so, because they're calling a lot. 3 storms back to back. We're in the middle of one right now, although it's not doing anything here in New York. But look at this. By the way, shout out to GM Weather on YouTube. But look at these storms. This is all coming. All coming. Whew, can't wait. Everybody doesn't think it's going to happen, but I do. I have faith in Mother Nature to dump feet of snow on us, because then maybe everybody can chill out. You know what I mean? Sorry, I got that sun glare. There we go. Then everybody maybe can chill out with all this hatred and all this anger and all this divisiveness and all that stuff. There is no reason for all of that. We're better than this, people. We need to come together as a nation. As American citizens, we need to come together and be a united front. We need to stand together, not apart. That's my Thanksgiving message to all. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving, a happy holidays to you all. God bless. Peaceful day. Peace out. Don't forget, like and subscribe for more. Thanks, guys.